Tonight on News Prime, President Tinubu nominates ex-Chief of Defense Staff Christopher Musa as Defense Minister. In business, federal government sets up $100 million equity investment scheme to support Nigerian oil companies. On the foreign scene, South Africa's illegal miners fight for their future in coal's twilight. And in sports, FIFA plans VAR checks on corner kicks for 2026 World Cup. Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Prime on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Shehu Said. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and StarTimes channel 276. President Bola Tinubu has nominated former Chief of Defense Staff, retired General Christopher Musa, as Nigeria's new Minister of Defense. His nomination was transmitted to the Senate in a later address to the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio. The President's communication with the Senate was made public in a statement issued by his Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga. Vice President Kashim Shettima says President Bola Tinubu's administration respects and will continue to protect the right to freedom of expression, stressing that press freedom remains a non-negotiable pillar of the country's democracy. He made the declaration at the 2025 Annual Conference and General Meeting of the International Press Institute of Nigeria in Abuja, insisting that no administration could successfully repress the Nigerian media. Amidst rising national security challenges, the Senate has announced a major reshuffle of its standing committees, fulfilling a promise to strengthen oversight and improve responses to security threats. The chairman of the committee and president of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, made the announcement during plenary session on the floor of the Red Chamber. National Assembly correspondent Topsy Gimba has details.
Senator Yahaya Abdullahi of Kebbi State has been named chairman of the Senate Committee on National Security and Intelligence. He replaces Senator Shehu Buba from Bauchi State, who is now chairman, Committee on Livestock and Animal Husbandry. Additionally, changes were made in the Senate Committee on Air Force, where Senate Minority Whip Senator Osita Ogu of Enugu State is now the acting chairman.
On selection, met and the new chairman of the Senate Committee on Livestock and Animal Husbandry is the distinguished Senator Shehu Buba, and the committee chairman on National Intelligence and National Security is the distinguished Senator Abdullahi Yahaya, CON. Then we have acting chairman on Committee on Air Force, the distinguished Senator Osita Ogu. Then the committee chairman on national planning will be distinguished Senator Mustafa. Distinguished Senator Musa Mustafa, you will now be the new chairman on Committee on National Planning. I will give you the composition of your members with the vice tomorrow.
Senate leadership emphasized that the reconstitution aims to enhance its capacity to oversee national security matters more effectively amid the evolving security landscape. Topsy Gimba, reporting for Global Television News.
In a decisive move to strengthen Nigeria's security architecture, the National Defense College is seeking strategic funding and academic support from the Tertiary Education Trust Fund to scale up its research, intelligence training, and curriculum development. Ramsey Enoch Abo was there for Global Television.
The commandant of the National Defense College, Rear Admiral Abdullahi Ahmed, led a delegation to the TED Fund headquarters in Abuja, outlining the college's urgent need to modernize its programs to meet emerging security threats. Rear Admiral Ahmed says updating the college's curriculum is critical to producing officers equipped with world-class analytical and strategic skills, adding that TED Fund's collaboration will help set new benchmark in defense education.
We've initiated to review the curriculum of the college, and we believe strongly that this agency will have an input to give us to contribute so that the college can reach that gold standard that we're aiming at. Particularly, we are looking at the application of artificial intelligence in strategic thinking and policy making. So we require the TED Fund support in that respect.
Responding, Executive Secretary of TED Fund, Sonny Echonu, assured the delegation that the Defense College will benefit from existing thematic funding windows, including sponsorship opportunities for cutting-edge research and development.
On the specific request of support, yes, we do support journals, and we have a fund that we make available for journals that are strategic, that research-based, that are also able to inform professionals, guide professionals in the sector to achieve, to carry out their studies and also to benefit from the knowledge contained therein. So we will be welcoming requests for you for support, which we will process, and we should be able to support those journals. The specific ones that the African Review and your Peace Review that are so critical, what we do in those cases is that we subscribe to them and we buy significant numbers because they come in periodically.
The renewed partnership signals a stronger national commitment to enhancing defense capacity through research, innovation, and modern training tools. An investment expected to bolster Nigeria's strategic readiness in the face of evolving security challenges. Ramsey Enoch Agbo reporting for Global TV.
National Youth Service Corps has approved Thursday, December 18, 2025, as the passing out for Corps members of the 2024 Batch C, Stream 2. A statement signed by the Co-Director of Information and Public Relations, Caroline Embu, says the management approved a low-key ceremony that will feature the distribution of certificates of national service to deserving Corps members across all local government areas in the country. The scheme explained that activities leading up to the event include job advisory and counseling sessions organized by the Corps and relevant partner agencies, as well as the signing of final clearance forms by zonal inspectors. In the meantime, the Civil Defense, Correctional, Fire and Immigration Services Board has postponed the opening of its online portal for shortlisted applicants scheduled to participate in fiscal screening and document verification for the 2025 recruitment exercise. The portal, earlier slated to open from Monday, December 1 to Wednesday, December 3, will now be activated at a later date. Shortlisted candidates have been advised to monitor the official recruitment website for updates on the revised schedule. In many urban cities across the country, roadside parking has become a growing concern. What seems like a simple act, parking a vehicle by the roadside, now contributes to traffic congestion, road accidents, and delays that affect commuters daily. Saadatu Garba tells us more.
From Lagos to Abuja to other major cities, the story is the same. Urban roads meant to carry fast-moving traffic are now shrinking as a result of vehicles parked indiscriminately by the roadside. Cars, buses, trucks, and even commercial vehicles take over portions of major roads and bridges, forcing other road users to squeeze into narrow lanes. The result is longer travel times, increased road rage, and in some cases, avoidable accidents.
On the issue of illegal parking in Abuja, I think we can do better. Everybody should be responsible, But, other things that the government can do is, maybe putting some measures in place. Do you understand? So that, security men can, tell people what to do.
Experts say poor urban planning, inadequate parking infrastructure, and weak enforcement of existing traffic laws are the major causes. In many cities, shopping plazas, markets, and even organizations depend entirely on roadside parking, with no designated parking lots for customers and staff.
Government should try and eradicate it in one way or the other. Let them try. One problem with Nigeria is we don't know how to maintain. We don't have maintenance culture, because they will do it today, the next day another government will come and tourniquet it.
Beyond inconvenience, roadside parking has serious economic costs. Studies show that traffic congestion leads to loss of productivity, increased fuel consumption, and environmental pollution. Safety is also a major concern. Parked vehicles obstruct visibility, making it difficult for motorists to see oncoming traffic or pedestrians crossing the bridge. Some cities have begun towing illegal parked vehicles, imposing fines and creating designated parking zones, but many believe more needs to be done, including public awareness campaigns and collaboration between governments, transport unions, and private developers.
The only thing you can do is that to mobilize people that will direct them, or to create a park, understand? To have a park, so that if there is enough car park, there will be no illegal parking. But because of there's no space, there's no particular place, like all this place, open place now, you can make it open park, so that if you come to the market, you drive your car, you park that, it's safe there. Even if you pay money, it's better.
With rapid population growth and increase in car ownership in urban areas, the pressure on already overstretched roads continues to mount until authorities provide adequate parking solutions and enforce laws consistently. Roadside parking will remain a major obstacle to smooth urban mobility. Saratu Garba, reporting for Global Television.
In the past few years, content creation has grown from a simple hobby into a powerful income source for millions of young Nigerians. From TikTok challenges to Instagram Reels, YouTube vlogs, and sponsored ads, many young creators are now earning more online than in traditional jobs. Hannah Itunu tells us more.
With unemployment rising and economic hardship affecting families, young Nigerians are turning their creativity into cash. What started as fun videos has now become a serious profession and for many a lifeline. Powered by affordable smartphones and growing social media use, content creation has exploded nationwide. From comedy skits to hair tutorials, travel vlogs, food reviews, and lifestyle tips, today's youth are turning everyday life into digital gold.
Content creation, especially most of these apps nowadays like TikTok, YouTube, even Snapchat now, I've heard they pay a lot of their content creators through different means. One of the major difficulties I feel is engagement, especially when starting.
Monetization now comes in different forms: brand partnerships, sponsored posts, affiliate marketing, YouTube ads, live stream, and even digital products. For some creators, one viral video can change everything. Beyond fame, content creation has created new jobs: editors, photographers, managers, makeup artists, and social media assistants. Entire communities are now built around digital creativity.
You can monetize your TikTok content and get more money. Then we have gifting also. That is where the audience give you stars and all of that.
But the journey isn't perfect. Poor electricity, high data costs, and saturated competition make it hard for beginners to grow. Some also face cyberbullying and pressure to constantly stay relevant. Yet, despite these challenges, more young Nigerians are embracing content creation as a modern career, one driven by talent, consistency, and opportunity.
The difficulties is, I think it's more from the apps, like the Facebook, the TikTok. I think they have high standards. that are making them go all out, just all out.
In a country where traditional jobs are scarce, creativity has become currency. For these young creators, social media is not just entertainment, it's empowerment. Elisomi Hannah reporting for Global.
Because of News Prime, when News Prime returns, FIFA plans VAR checks on corner kicks for 2026 World Cup. Details coming shortly, plus business and foreign stories on the other side of this break. Please stay with us. Of the bulletin, we begin with business, where the federal government has launched a $100 million equity investment scheme aimed at boosting the capacity of Nigerian companies operating in the oil and gas sector. The initiative was unveiled at the 2025 Practical Nigerian Content Forum in Yenagua, Bayelsa State, by the Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, Felix Ogbe. Speaking at the signing of a memorandum of understanding between the board and the Bank of Industry, Ogbe said the scheme is designed to support high-growth indigenous energy service companies. And the Central Bank of Nigeria is redesigning banking sector's credit risk framework to protect approximately 4.14 trillion naira new capital being raised in the ongoing bank recapitalization program. Speaking in Lagos, the Apex Bank Governor Olayemi Cardoso said the bank will be enforcing stronger governance, greater transparency, and firmer accountability to protect raised funds. He said several banks have already met the new capital thresholds, while others are advancing steadily and are well positioned to comfortably meet the March 31, 2026 deadline. And the Securities and Exchange Commission has reaffirmed its commitment to strengthening interagency collaborations to identify and prosecute the promoters of Ponzi schemes in line with the Investments and Securities Act 2025. The divisional head, legal and enforcement of the Commission, John Achille, said this at the Commission's Journalist Academy 2025 in Lagos. The Commission prescribed severe penalties, including imprisonment and hefty fines, for individuals and entities involved in these fraudulent investment schemes. The Minister of Arts, Culture, Tourism and Creative Economy, Hannatu Musa, has announced that Lagos State will be hosting the Made in Foods and Culture Festival. The event, scheduled for 16 and 17 December 2025, embodies the government's commitment to harness the power of art, culture, and tourism. The festival, she said, is jointly organized by the Irabo Creative Minds and her ministry. And let's move to the foreign scene, where illegal mining in South Africa is a complex and widespread issue driven by poverty, high unemployment rates, and the existence of numerous abandoned mines. The practice, largely carried out by informal miners known as Zama-Zamas, a Zulu term meaning hustlers or those who try their luck, has significant negative impacts on the economy, communities, and the environment. Uyi Agbomufegbe now reports.
Illegal mining has flourished in South Africa in recent decades, as many industrial mines have been exhausted. Analysts estimate there are about 30,000 Zama-Zama illegal miners, producing 10% of South Africa's gold output in 6,000 abandoned mine shafts, often controlled by violent criminal syndicates. The miners, illegal as their activities may be, think of their trade as one that contributes to the well-being of communities as well as adds value to the local economy.
We have to talk about equity and recognize that our people, ever since the beginning of time here in Emelo, have never benefited anything. I'm not talking about surviving, I'm talking about benefit. meaningful participation and benefit from the minerals. Never.
However, locals say they have not benefited from large-scale formal mining and fear being left behind by a move to green energy.
These things we're doing here is playing a big role to the communities, because this coal we transported from here to communities. So those people, they used to cook, to make it warm themselves.
South Africa is among the world's top producers of coal, which fires about 80% of the country's electricity. Ranked among the 12 largest greenhouse gas emitters globally, the country became in 2021 the first in the world to sign a Just Energy Transition Partnership deal with wealthy nations worth $8.5 billion to move away from dirty power generation. Uyi Agbomofwegbe, reporting for Global TV News.
In sports, Group A of the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations promises tough action from the opening whistle, featuring a dynamic mix of teams including Morocco, Mali, Zambia, and Comoros. Hosts Morocco carry the hopes of a nation, but they face three determined opponents ready to challenge the Atlas Lions for a place in the knockout stages. Although Morocco and Mali are seen as the group's front runners, Zambia and Comoros are expected to deliver unforgettable moments of African football. Meanwhile, FIFA is set to try VAR reviews for corner kicks at the 2026 World Cup, despite domestic leagues rejecting the proposal for regular competition. At an October meeting of the International Football Association Board, the body agreed to expand VAR to cover incorrectly issued second yellow cards that result in red cards. However, the idea of reviewing corner kicks was rejected, meaning FIFA will need to run a separate trial of the tournament in the United States, Mexico, and Canada next summer. And that's the size of our bulletin on News Prime. But before we go, here is a recap of our top stories. We told you that President Bola Tinubu has nominated former Chief of Defense Staff, retired General Christopher Musa, as Nigeria's new Minister of Defense. And in business, we told you that the federal government has launched a $100 million equity investment scheme aimed at boosting the capacity of Nigerian companies operating in the oil and gas sector. And on the foreign scene, illegal mining in South Africa is a complex and widespread issue driven by poverty, high unemployment rates, and the existence of numerous abandoned mines. In the world of sports, FIFA is set to try VAR reviews for corner kicks at the 2026 World Cup, despite domestic leagues rejecting the proposal for regular competition. And just before we go, a quick reminder that Global TV is on DSTV channel 365 and StarTimes channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen using @Global TV NG. I am Shehu Said saying thanks for being with us.